My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. It is in the daytime, so it is not dark. There are lots of birds here, but there are no sharks. And that is why I like it here, sitting in a park. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. People are staring at me as they walk past. I guess their expectations I've surpassed. I'm really happy here sitting in the park. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. Been looking forward to it, I'm here at last. I'm having lots of fun, yeah, I'm having a blast. I'm really happy here sitting in a park. Hi everybody, I've got a new song coming out on Friday called Sitting in a Park. Did you know that? Because you know how I've got Sitting in the Corner, then I did Sitting on a Rock, then I thought I'd do a third one, Sitting in a Park, then there's 3. I thought 3 is a good amount. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. I'll be here in the future, I was here in the past. How's it going? Who's here from Australia? Who's here from the UK? Who's here from the USA? Sarah, you know the song Sitting in the Park? Yeah, the full one's coming out on Friday. The full song of it. I like it. And I got to be in a park. It was a nice little park near where I lived. Got people from the UK, people from the USA, people from Colorado. Colorado's USA too, isn't it? Yeah, my brother lives there. How are you going, everybody? You having a good day? I'm having a good day. Crunchy water, my favourite thing to munch on is crunchy water. You can even eat it when you're playing the recorder. Crunchy water, share it with your mum and dad or your son or daughter. It's a bit of snack food than you ever thought of. Crunchy water. I'm doing a concert in Newcastle in Australia in September. On September the 21st, I'm doing a concert there. I'm looking forward to that. Crunchy water, does Richard like other things? Yeah, kinda sorta, but nothing else is quite as good as that, I'm sure. Crunchy water. Does Richard have a bass recorder? No, I don't. It's a bit too big to carry around. I like the recorders that are easy to carry around. Now I'm going to tell you how to make crunchy water. First you've got to get yourself some ordinary water, put it in a glass and leave it in the corner. It's a cup actually. 20 seconds later you'll have crunchy water. Is anyone here from Sydney or around Newcastle or Central Coast or up that kind of way? No freezers involved. You don't need freezers to make crunchy water. You need freezers to make ice, you do, but not crunchy water, no. Not crunchy water, because that's not how you do it. Oh, you're Sydney. I'm doing a concert in Newcastle in September, did you know? My name is Richard and I'm sitting on a rock. Playing my recorder while sitting on a rock. It is underneath me and I am on top. Next level life powers I've unlocked. My name is Richard and I'm sitting on a rock. Playing my recorder while sitting on a rock. If people see me doing this, they may be in shock. And I really think they might have lost the plot. Oops, I got that wrong. Will you live stream a concert? No, the concerts are only for people who go to them. They're like a special thing. I do, afterwards I do, sometimes do a video with some bits of it. But at the moment the concert's just people to go there. Hey, who likes ice cream? You like ice cream? You like ice cream? Boo-hoo, no ice cream for you. I've got some and I'm sure you want some too, but I'm not giving any to you. So boo-hoo, no ice cream for you. Boo-hoo, no ice cream for you. You might think, Richard, that's not a nice thing to do, but I like it too much to share it with you. So boo-hoo, no ice cream for you. I've got announcements. I've got a new song sitting in a park coming out on Friday, and in September I've got a show in Newcastle. That's Newcastle in Australia, not Newcastle in the UK, sorry. Newcastle in Australia, and it's going to be an hour and a half. It's the first one I've done that's going to be that long. They're usually an hour, but now I've got more songs, I'm going to make them an hour and a half. In Newcastle. It's a nice place, Newcastle. Oh, look, Newcastle. You've been watching me for a long time. Thanks, Steve. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner playing my recorder. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer, but instead I spent my time just playing my recorder. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner. Some people can perform, but I'm an out-performer. You're playing so much I need to have a drink of water. Yo, Richard, keep up the good work. Don't let rude people take you down. People aren't really that rude to me, actually. Yeah, most people are just lovely. But thank you. Here comes my favourite bit. You saw me on Australia on the news. It's good. It's fun. I made them play the recorder. I wrote them a song and then I got them to play the recorder. They were quite good at it. Hi, hello new people. This one's called Announcements. The announcement is I've got a song sitting in the park coming out on Friday. It's on Spotify and all the streaming services. Then on the 21st of September, I'm doing a concert in Newcastle in Australia, which is so for people who are up in Central Coast or Hunter Valley or Newcastle, they can come along and see my concert. Somebody asked if my recorder skills are good. Do I play other instruments? I play the keyboard a bit. I play the flute. I play the flute probably is the instrument I'm best at. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner, and all sorts of other little things like a tin whistle, a ocarina, melodica. This is my new song that's out on Friday, Sitting in a Park. My name is Richard Richard and I'm sitting in a park. It is in the daytime, so it is not dark. There are lots of birds here, but there are no sharks. And that is why I like it here, sitting in a park. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. People are staring at me as they walk past. I guess their expectations I have surpassed. I am really happy here, sitting in a park. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. Been looking forward to it, I'm here at last. I'm having lots of fun, yeah, I'm having a blast. And that is why I like it here, sitting in the park. It's sitting in the park, so it's like another sitting somewhere song. I had sitting in the corner, then sitting in a rock, and sitting in a park. But this one here, this is my third sitting in one, and probably my last of those. But this one doesn't talk about the recorder, does it? When did I start playing? 1984. You missed the announcements. The announcements were the Sitting in the Park song coming out on Friday, and that I'm doing concerts in Newcastle in Australia, which is a bit far from me, sorry. Newcastle in Australia on the 21st of September, and it's going to be my longest ones. They're for an hour and a half when they're usually an hour, but I've got more songs now, so I can make up an hour and a half. If you're here in April or if it's March, you'll find me sitting here, sitting in a park. Any questions, anybody? Question time. I'm going to put something on the background. Some nice calm music. Can you hear the music okay? Can you hear it? Question times. Hey, I subscribe. Thanks you. Not everybody subscribes. Some people see this when they're not subscribers yet. And then they see me playing and they go, oh, I'm going to subscribe. Or some people go, oh, I'm not going to subscribe. And that's fine too. Did you make the recorder song? I forgot what it's called. I've made quite a few recorder songs, but I think the one you mean is the Recorder in the Corner song, which I did make. How did I get so awesome? I guess born that way, I guess. I don't know. Have you shared your songs other than YouTube? Yeah, my songs are all commercially released, so they're all on streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and everywhere else like that. But the most popular at the moment on TikTok, Instagram, but yeah, lots of places to see them. What genre of artist or artist do you like? As a musical person, my tastes are very, very broad. So I like, at the moment I've been listening to symphonic metal from the Nordic kind of regions of UK, Scandinavia, and American folk music. Bit of a weird mixture. I also like Celtic music. I like Scottish, Irish. Question time. Yeah, it's just a lovely little calm track that I put together for in the background. Then sometimes I change it to this one, which is less calm. Replying to one of my old comments. That's okay. People often say to me, you reply to lots of comments. And you know what? I didn't know that everyone didn't. I thought all people who were on YouTube or social media or whatever responded to all the comments, but yeah, I learned then that they don't. I try to respond to them all if I can. I don't have my flute with me. There's something I want to try. But I don't have my flute with me, but I'm going to have to pretend this is a flute, okay, for this bit. Which a recorder is a type of flute, so it is also a flute. So I've written a new song. You know, have you ever heard my song, The Legend of Steve? The Legend of Steve. It's about my flute, Steve. And basically, it's a nice little song. It's a little different from the others. And I've written a sequel to it. And I'm just kind of practicing it. I haven't yet recorded it. Nice music, very calming, thank you. Hey Lorraine and Lorena, how are you? Yeah, this is going to be the sequel to the Steve song, because the Steve song is going to be part of 3. This is called The Rule of Steve. Hi Titus. Hang on, I wasn't ready. He is the greatest flute of all. He is so brave you would not believe. He is the best and will never fall. And his name is Steve. Fame and fortune was his thing. He wanted notoriety and warbling. He stormed the castle and became the king. And glory he received. Now river is what he wants to bring, so he makes everybody dance and sing. Everybody here enjoys everything, and no one ever leaves. Once festivities have begun, if anybody isn't having fun, you really don't want to be the one who disrespects King Steve. He will alleviate your fears, wipe away all of your tears. He will reign for 1,000,000 years, cause how else could it be? He is the king of all the lands, love and adoring he demands. Everybody now throw up your hands and acclaim the rule of Steve. I've got to work on this one. The singing it is actually quite hard, it's quite quick, and I've got to remember the words, so I'm going to go and record this one maybe next week. Also, I've got to practice the flute bit for it. Hey Alf, how you going? Definitely needs a medieval themed video. Yeah, I think so, eh? I'm thinking maybe a cartoon. I'm not very good at cartoon. Maybe someone can help me with that. Or me just dressed up silly medieval. A whole Steve album. Yeah, I've got a plan for the Steve song. So the first song was the kind of like the rise of Steve. It's called The Legend of Steve. The second one's The Rule of Steve. So it goes up. The rule is along when he's at the top. Then there's going to be the fall of Steve. He falls down from grace. I thought that'd be a bit of fun. He is the king of all the lands, love and adoring he demands. Everybody now throw up your hands and acclaim the rule of Steve. Hey 7 Learner 655, thank you very much for the donation, okay? I appreciate it very much. Thank you. 7 Learner 655. This is going to be a calm bit between the more loud bits. Then it goes right back to. I look forward to this. This isn't what I had planned for this live. What I planned for this live is telling you about my sitting in a park song. But I already told you that. And then there's more time, so then I did something else. I need another coffee. The medieval stuff in the video. Yeah, I should do the medieval dress. Good idea, Ralph. I'm going to do a little bit of my sitting in a park song again. This is the one that's up Friday. Bye, Steve. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. It is in the daytime, so it is not dark. There are lots of birds here, but there are no sharks. And that is why I like it here, sitting in a park. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. People are staring at me as they walk past. I guess the expectations I have surpassed. And I'm really happy here sitting in a park. Riding a horse course, wearing a night suit and using a flute as a longsword. That sounds a bit expensive, Chevy. It would be great, but yeah, probably a little bit expensive. Maybe a cartoon of that though, that might work. Anyone else here from Sydney or Newcastle or Central Coast or that kind of a little bit north of Sydney? Because I've got my first 1.5 hour concert I'm going to be doing in Newcastle on the 21st of September. My shows were 1 hour, but I'm going to make this one 1.5 hours because I've got more songs now, so I can fill it up. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. I've been looking forward to it, I'm here at last. Sulphur-crested cockatoos making me laugh. I am really happy here sitting in the park. Improvised recorder solos. I'm going to do a stand-up comedy show tonight. You know I do stand-up comedy and with music and recorders and stuff as well. Tonight I'm going to do a stand-up comedy club which is called an open mic night, which is when people go and do stuff at stand-up comedy when it's brand new and they haven't done it before. And I'm going to do a whole new load of jokes that I've never done before. And it's going to be fun. Are you in Australia? Yes, Livy, I am in Australia. I'm in Sydney. Because you know why? That's where I live. That's why. Although technically I live wherever I go. So far. Yeah. My main aim in life is basically to stay alive or die trying. Yep. And so far I'm doing okay with that. Just finding another background song for us. Just a moment. For us. I'll do a 4-word song. I haven't done this for a while. You're in Western Australia, Perth. I hope to go to Perth one day. I mean, I will go to Perth one day. There are only 4 words in this song. Now there's 11 more, keep adding on. My counting skills, they are not great. Maybe it will end on 28. Wait, the song still didn't end. Now it's 4 multiplied by 10. Okay, this time I am not gonna lie. It's definitely gonna end on 55. Have I played any other instruments apart from recorder or flute? Keyboard. I play keyboard. Okay, I play okay. Like to a level, grade 3 kind of level, maybe 4. What key do you play in? Usually, I mean, the recorders are in C, so is the flute. Flute's in C, but usually I play in G. I play in G because it's good for my singing range, but also it's quite a good range to play in recorder because it's a few up from the lowest note. So usually it's G. Sometimes G major, sometimes G minor, sometimes other things, but usually I start in G. Today, I'm playing my recorder in the woods, and I'm not really sure if I should, because I'm completely lost and that's not good. Today, playing my recorder in the woods. I'm not really sure if I should, because survival skills I never understood. Here's a fun fact, I'm from New Zealand. The woods in New Zealand are very safe. The woods in Australia are not quite so safe, like there's dangerous animals and leeches and stuff like that. And so when I first went for a walk in the woods in Australia, a huge dragon thing came out in front of me. And I didn't expect that because I wasn't used to it. And then I went for a walk over a little river and I walked out. My leg was covered in leeches. Have I always been a player? Yeah, apart from I was always a player, except for a little bit before that, when I wasn't yet a player. Fun fact, Always Been a Player is probably my favourite song I've written, and I wrote it before all the others. I wrote Always Been a Player in about 2000, so before all the other ones. And it's probably one of the least streamed ones out of all my songs, which I think is a bit of a shame. Maybe it'll catch on one day. It's called Always Been a Player. Chilling one night out with my flute, tapping on the keys and blowing a toot. Then I picked up my favourite recorder and played a lovely song while sitting in the corner. But a couple of guys that are up to no good started making fun of me and my wind instruments. They said, "You're not a player," and I said, "Watch me play." And I loaded my recorder and I blew them away. Always been a player, always been a player. I've always been a player. I'm a player now and I'll be a player later. I've always been a player, always been a player, always been a player. Always been a player, whether I'm in New Zealand or if I'm in Australia. I've always been a player. I used to think that I was a player and a winner, but then it turned out that I became a quitter. But a ghost came to me in what seemed like a dream and showed me that things were not what they seemed. My ancestor was a bad man who saved the Wild West. Further back, a caveman who invented flutes and jest. My descendant from the future saved the human race. And they were all players, and that's no mistake. And hey, I think that I've got some serious groove, and I don't think if I'll get anything that I have to prove. Just playing the recorder as a fully grown dude. Hey brother Flute, that's a player move. And with all of that in mind, I've really got to say it. I always was, I am now, and I'll always be a player. Always been a player, always been a player. I've always been a player. I'm a player now and I'll be a player later. I've always been a player, always been a player, always been a player. I've always been a player. I'll lighten up your life and make it less grayer. I've always been a player. That's my little song, Always Been a Player. That's one of my favourite songs I've written, I think. Hey on player, yeah. Titus liked Always Been a Player. I like Always Been a Player. I like the beat. Oh, here's the end. I've got lots of nice people on here saying nice things about me. Thank you for that. I don't know why people are so nice to me. You just are. And it's fine, it's good. Have I played you my shortest song yet? It's my shortest song. This is the shortest song I've ever wrote. Easily the shortest song I've ever wrote. Yeah, that's the shortest song I've ever wrote. Some people say, that's not the shortest song that there is. There's a song that's shorter. And I said, yeah, but I didn't write that, did I? Yeah. Do I play video games? Not really, no. Because I spend all my time writing songs for you. Have I ever done tours? Yes. I recently did a tour where I went to the UK, I went to London, I went to Adelaide, then Melbourne, then Sydney, then Brisbane, and next I'm in Newcastle, which is a little bit north of Sydney, and I'm going to be doing a concert there on the 21st of September in Newcastle. If you know anyone in Newcastle or around there, yeah, say, you know what, Richard's going to do a concert where you are. You better go there because you might miss out. Every day the world begins again, sunny shine or rain. It's a nice sunny day today. It's a nice sunny day outside. I mean, I'm in Australia. It usually is a nice sunny day. Even in winter, the coldness, it's about 10 degrees, but it's so sunny that you don't even really notice it. Yeah. We're talking about the weather. Why am I talking about the weather? Are you single? No, I'm married. How long's my longest song? My longest song is called The Legend of Steve. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner. Can I play? I'm Jethro Tull. Thinking about it, I do know some of the songs, but I don't really know how to play them well. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in the corner, improvising song from the lyrics that you type. Somebody said they're vibing right now, and this is pretty funky, so I can see how. My name is Richard and I'm doing an improvised song from the comments, and somebody just said that they want to hear Steve, but Steve is unfortunately packed up in the cupboard, and so I don't really have time to go and disassemble him and then play a song about Steve. Although I do feel like playing the Steve song. I'm going to play the Steve song on the recorder. How's that? Who's the greatest flute of all? Who's so brave you would not believe? Who's the best and will never fall? This is the legend of Steve. A medieval town was in trouble. A dragon attacked it, fire it breathed. The buildings were all reduced to rubble. A hero, he was passing by, and he didn't like to see people grieve. He fought the dragon off, made it cry, and the hero who did that was Steve. And you may wonder how he could do that, a flute fighting a dragon, how could that be? You may think he's just a piece of metal, plastic, but you underestimate Steve. Who's the greatest flute of all? Who's so brave you would not believe? Who's the best and will never fall? This is the legend of Steve. Fun fact, when I wrote this song, I was watching the Witcher quite a lot, and there was the guy who plays funny little songs, and I thought I should write a song that's a little bit like The Witcher. The toss a coin to The Witcher, he does a little song about The Witcher, and I thought I should do a song about my flute, kind of like that. But also I was listening to the band called Glory Hammer quite a lot. was quite a long note, wasn't it? The loud but quiet harmony is gorgeous. Thank you. I put a lot of effort into the Steve songs because the songs that I do on the recorder are quite simple, and I like that. But I also like doing things that are a bit more complex and a bit more musically impressive, I guess, more musically interesting. So that's what the Steve songs are a bit more for. Okay. What's next? Next is, his name is Trevor. I don't have Trevor out. Trevor's my big recorder, but I don't. Trevor's on holiday at the moment. Yeah, but I played the Trevor song on this recorder. Oh, anyone new here? The announcements today were that I've got a new song, Sitting in a Park, out on Friday. That's going to be streaming on all the streaming services. And also, I'm doing a concert in Newcastle in Australia, on the 21st of September. That's going to be fun. It's going to be my first 1 hour. Start again. It's going to be my first concert that's 1.5 hours long. They've all been an hour so far, but because I've got more songs now, I'm going to do a 1.5 hour one. Trevor is a recorder. Trevor's also a friend of mine who was my first comedy fan, so the song is actually about him. Trevor, Steve, and If I Must Get Any More, there are. He is the one who's the best in the game, and nobody else is quite the same. His tunes put everybody else to shame, and his name is Trevor. Trevor could always be seen around Exeter, which was his favourite town. And whenever you could hear fun and mirth, you could always see his booming voice. He is one who's the best in the game, nobody else is quite the same. His tunes put everybody else to shame, and his name is Trevor. Whenever I do a new song, I want to do something a bit different. This one, I wanted to make it feel a bit like a sea shanty kind of song. You hear the accordion? Oh, it's gone now. Kind of a bit like a pirate song. That's what I wanted to do. Next song's the Steve song. And then the song after that is going to be called Recorder Apocalypse. Oh, I'm going to do a bit of Recorder Apocalypse. Recorder Apocalypse is also a song I wrote quite a while ago. Hang on, do I have it ready? I don't. You know what? I'm going to go and find it. Recorder Apocalypse is a song I've been doing for quite a long time. Let's find Recorder Apocalypse. You wouldn't happen to be sitting in the corner, would you? No. I'm kind of leaning on my couch. That's what's happening. Hang on, just finding another song. It's called Recorder Apocalypse. It's about when there's basically robots take over the earth, right? And what happens is the only thing that the humans have to protect themselves against the robots is a single recorder. Yeah. Let me find it. Recorder Apocalypse. No, it's not working, sorry. Let's try again. So this might be boring. I'll play a little musical bit while I'm figuring this out. Just listen to this. It's not the most brilliant, but... Oh, it's saying that they're saying it's on mute, that's why. Oh, that's silly. Of course it won't work if it's on mute. Nah, you know what to do. I'll find another way to do this. Oh, there's the suspense. Isn't there so much suspense right now? Suspense. Suspense. Creations, Recorder Apocalypse. It's going to happen. I'm going to be singing Recorder Apocalypse any minute. Just got to find the... Make sure it's not the version that... Oh no, it's got me singing on it. Suspense. You know, this may or may not happen. But it may. It may. Or it may not. Or it may. Or it may not. I'm not intending for this to be ultra suspenseful. It's nearly there. Thirteen, 53's not the place to be. It is really quite hot. Robots everywhere, must be hundreds here, and there's just one recorder. Robots attack us any time of day or night, sometimes when we are not really ready to fight. Interrupting our tea break, that just isn't right, but that's what it's like living in a recorder apocalypse. That's a bit of a sneak preview of Recorder Apocalypse. Ray and North is here. Nice, welcome. Recorder Apocalypse. That's one for later. That's one I'll release a bit later. But for now, I'm just going to go back to the what was already planned. How are you going, by the way? How are you going? Oh, the announcement, for anyone who missed it, the announcement is that I have a new song, Sitting in a Park, out on... I'll do a little bit of Sitting in a Park, out on Friday. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. It is in the daytime, but it is not dark. There are lots of birds here, but there are no sharks. That is why I like it here, sitting in a park. Hey, Raphael. My name is Richard and I'm sitting in a park. People are staring at me as I walk past. I guess the expectations I have surpassed. I'm really happy here, sitting in the park. Questions: are any of your songs on Spotify? All of them are. Actually, 11 of my songs are on Spotify. It's about to be 12 on Friday. Sitting in a Park, a little bit of behind the scenes. Sitting in the Park is my third one where I'm doing a song where I'm sitting somewhere. The first one was sitting in a corner, the second one was sitting in a rock, the third one sitting in a park. I wanted to make 3. And the third one, I wanted to make something a bit different. And one of the things that's a bit different is it doesn't mention recorders. The other ones all mention recorder. Raphael mentioned I also did Sitting by the Tree, so I'm wrong. Sometimes people know my stuff more than I. Sitting on a Rock was a nice one, yeah. Sitting on a Rock was my most popular song with adults. Sitting in a Corner is my most popular song with kids and teens. But yeah, Sitting on a Rock was one where people would send me pictures of all their people at their building sites or places of work sitting on a rock. Do I know how to rap? I guess I don't. I'm not sure I could pull it off. You like my cup? Yeah, it's a nice cup. My favourite thing to do with this cup is to put liquids in it and drink them from it. Particularly coffee. Coffee's the best. They definitely better than tea. Was there one about being on a roof? Yeah, Flute on the Roof. Flute on the Roof was my second song that I released. How did it go? It went like... I'm playing my flute on the roof, yeah. I'm playing my flute on the roof, yeah. That's where I'm playing my flute. Playing my flute on the roof, yeah. I'm playing my flute on the roof, Yeah, that's where I'm playing my flute. I was playing a tune on my flute, and I thought it had a nice groove. Just these few simple notes, yeah. But my neighbours weren't happy with me playing my flute, and they said, you can't play here. So I went up on the roof. I'm playing my flute on the roof, yeah. I'm playing my flute on the roof, yeah, that's where I'm playing my flute. Playing flute on the roof is when I learned that it's where I'm at where I have a little bit of influence, and that I've got to be careful with it. And here's why. Because I got sent videos of a couple of people who were up on their roofs playing their flutes. So, I don't want people to actually go on their roof and play the flute because they might fall off. I'm playing my flute on the roof. Yeah, that's where I'm playing my flute. So yeah, the rest of the songs aren't in such precarious places. Would I consider a balcony as a roof? Yeah, I guess. Clara asks, does my wife like these songs? Yes, she does. My wife listens to my songs on the way to work, and she likes my songs. And the people at her work, some of them like my songs. Maybe I should put the disclaimer like this was played by professionals, and don't try it at home. Look, people watch the Flute on the Roof song. I'm obviously not on the roof, it's a green screen. Sorry if I ruined that for anyone. Any tips for learning to play a recorder? Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a boring tip, which is get a teacher. So many people try to learn to play an instrument by themselves, and you can, and it'll just take so much longer, and you won't. With a teacher, the teacher can see things that you can't, and the teacher will notice that you're doing things wrong that you wouldn't notice because you don't know. When you don't know something, you don't know really when you're doing it right or wrong, and that's where a teacher can really help. So yeah, if you can't get a teacher, then go to Team Recorder on YouTube and watch their tutorial videos. Team Recorder. Where do you buy the cup? You can get the cup at richardrecorder.com is my website, and that's where my shop is. I think also on this video there's a link to it as well. I think there's already a link to the cup on the video. Do I have any pets? I have what I call outside pets, and they just fly by occasionally and land on my balcony and say hello. It's nice, and I don't really have to look after them because they just fly away somewhere else. They're my outside pets. You know what I'm going to do? Back to another lovely background track. The calm background tune. It is nice, the birds. The birds here in Australia are nice. The cockatoos are my favourite, probably. The big white birds with a big yellow thing like this. And they go, you're really loud. They make nice little noises. They go, and they go, like that. It's funny. Maybe you had to be there. And sometimes I go to the local park, which is where I did my sitting in a park video. And sometimes, one time there was 200. I should write a song about outdoor pets, shouldn't I, Alf? Yeah, I really should. You're still here, Alf, man. That's you've been here a long time. Alf's my favourite joke writer. Who else but Alf? He writes great jokes. Sounds like a fairy tale. Raphael, when am I back in Melbourne? I'm not quite sure when I'm back in Melbourne. It probably won't be during the Melbourne Comedy Festival because I did my shows during Melbourne Comedy Festival, but no one went to them because of the festival. So I may as well do them at a time that's not at the festival. This was originally called Background Track. You're more entertained than I've ever been on my phone. Glad I can entertain you. maybe I'll try to entertain you with something else. You see what else there is. Did you know, this is my recorder's house. It's its house, it's where it lives. Yeah, see? And although the recorder is called Lucy, right, its official name is actually Yamaha YRS 402B. That's why I called it Lucy, because it's not really a very catchy name, is it? YRS 402B. It reminds me of the little scene from Red Dwarf, when Crichton actually says his full name. It's from Yamaha. I reached out to Yamaha recently and I said, hey Yamaha, how about you sponsor me? And they said, oh, we don't do sponsorships yet, but let's keep in touch. Basically that means no. But I'm going to use their instruments anyway, because they are really nice. Looks like a bean sack. I'll show you. This is how it goes home. Look, it goes home then like that. I know. You're gonna say Crichton. Yes. Only those who know. Probably on this live there's two. Yeah. But then what happens? So we go. Yeah. When you move, hey Raphael, when you moved house, you were most careful with the frame with the card you gave me. Oh, good. You don't want to lose that. Yeah. You got a special frame. Got your, that's right, I wrote you the little thing and you put it in a frame. What am I going to do next? I feel a bit like crunchy water, my favourite thing to munch on is crunchy water. You can even eat it when you're playing the recorder. Crunchy water. Crunchy water. Share it with your mum and dad or your son or daughter. It's a better snack food than you ever thought of. Crunchy water. Crunchy water. Does Richard like other things? Yeah, kinda sorta, but nothing else is quite as good as that, I am assurer. Crunchy water. Crunchy water. But this one thing, Dad, I've got to warn you, this is the disclaimer. Don't bite it hard or your teeth will be sorer. Yeah, this is why I put this disclaimer in this song, because if you actually bite really hard on crunchy water, really hard, you can hurt your teeth. And just like I said before, I didn't want people going up on roofs and playing the flute. I kind of didn't want them biting too hard and hurting their teeth. So I put a disclaimer within the song. Now I'm going to tell you how to make crunchy water. First you've got to get yourself some ordinary water, put it in a Richard sitting in the corner mug and leave it in the corner. And 20 seconds later you'll have crunchy water. I'm going to show you a little trick. Watch this. I figured this out the other day. Look at that. Then watch. Well, imagine if I started a video like this, like that, then I went. Pretty cool, eh? The Greensleeves is a song that's on ice cream trucks in New Zealand and Australia. Is it the song on ice cream trucks in the USA? My name is Richard and I'm sitting on a rock. Playing my recorder while sitting on a rock. It is underneath me and I am on top. Next level life powers I've unlocked. My name is Richard and I'm sitting on a rock. See you, Alf. playing my recorder, sitting on a rock. Yeah, we need to catch up soon, Alf. If people see me doing this, they may be in shock. And they'll probably think that I have lost the plot. I should show off more on my recorder, I think. How long have I got? I've got 3 minutes to go until I have to go and do something else. Who has any questions? You know what? Let's put a lovely background track on with questions. While you're thinking of questions, just my announcements again is on Friday, my song Sitting in a Park is out. What would be really good, actually, go to my website richardrecorder.com and pre-save it. Like, there's a link at the top of the page which pre-saves it, and what that does is it makes it so when it's out you automatically see it. But also what it does is it tells Spotify and all of those that people are interested in the song, and then when it's released it's shown to more people, and that's really handy for me. That's really handy, so I would appreciate that. So go to richardrecorder.com, go to Sitting in a Park and pre-save it, yeah. And you know what? And enjoy it. It's a fun little song. And if you're in Newcastle or Central Coast or Hunter Valley or anywhere up there, remember 21st of September is where I'm doing a lovely show there. Yeah. Questions. Since it's July, can you do Sitting by the Tree for Christmas in July? It's not Christmas though, Raphael. I'm not sure I understand. Christmas in July. What's Christmas in July? Is that a thing? Is it a thing? You also just subscribed. Thanks, Clara. Oh yeah, when's my next live? I'm not sure. I've got a bit of a crazy week this week. I'm not sure. I need to get more of a schedule. I need to have a bit more of a schedule. Where's Nodno located? It's a 231 Salam, I think, from somewhere else. Isn't it? Yeah. I also subscribe. Thanks, Clara, for subscribing. One thing people often don't really realize, they watch my videos and YouTube show them my videos because they've watched them before, but they haven't yet subscribed, so they miss out on some. So YouTube shows you some of them, but then you miss out on some. So if you don't subscribe, you've got to be careful, because if you don't subscribe, you might miss out. So you should, but if you don't, then if you don't like my music, then don't. I'm glad I now know it's a thing. Someone's saying, do I support LGBTQ? I'm not sure that's a really... That would be like saying, do I support penguins? I mean, penguins are there, and penguins are great. How could you not support the thing which is there and is great? So yes. Livy, you're gay. Okay. My first experience with any kind of people who are gay was Freddie Mercury. I liked Freddie Mercury. I really liked Queen, right? And I was listening to it, and one of my uncles or something said, "Oh, you shouldn't listen to Queen because Freddie Mercury's gay." And I thought, Freddie Mercury's awesome. I thought, then to me it made me think that word there, gay, it must mean awesome. In a lot of cases it does. Do I have Chinese heritage? I don't know, because one of the things that runs in my family is adoption. So there's been quite a lot of adoption I might do here. Yeah, Freddie Mercury, I think, is one of my favorite voices of any person I've ever heard. I never got to see him. That's a shame. I was too little. Maybe I'll see him one day in heaven. Yeah. Only kidding, neither of us are going yet. Did you miss the Trevor song? He is the one who's the best in the game. Nobody else is quite the same. His tune put everybody else in shame. And his name is Trevor. You know what? It's time for me to go now, though. So I've got to see you later, okay? Let's do a countdown. 10, 9. Count down with me. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3. Thanks for coming along, okay? 2, 7. I'm not very good at this. Hang on, how'd it go? 2, 1. 1. Blast off. See you later.